That moment that you're up at 8 o'clock in the morning and you classify it as, wow, I got to sleep in today. That's right, people. Well, it's currently 9 o'clock in the morning, but I woke up at 8 o'clock, went and had a piss, and you know what? I didn't feel like crawling back into bed. This is what happens when you wake up every day at 5:30 in the morning, just to make sure that you can get out there and clean your driveway so you can get to work, I guess. Oh, well, it is what it is. So what I'm doing right now, I haven't had my morning coffee yet, so I'm going to drive one of these breakfast blends in. I'm going to go ahead and fire up a coffee or two. I was working on the ARC server, getting some things reorganized, because, well, I kind of broke the day-night cycle, and for some reason we weren't able to build on top of the volcano. And, well, luckily I found out that wasn't something I broke. So, go team me, I guess. Go team me. Apparently, back in June of last year, the developers of ARC added a feature to prevent building in heavy resource zones on a PvE server. That's players versus enemies, if you will, or players versus environment, as some people call it. Basically, it's not a server intended to kill other players. It's like everybody's working together to combat the environment and have a good time. Where a player versus player server, you can play it like a PvE, but you could also go to war with another faction and just fuck their shit up and raid their houses and take all their hard-earned stuff. I have played on a PvP ARC server with the guys at the old call center, and let me tell you, it can get pretty hectic when you're getting raided and you're not ready for it. You know, when you're sitting there and you're at a fabricator and you're building something and all of a sudden you hear the wall turrets go off because somebody's trying to infiltrate, things get hectic. Or my personal favorite, when you're sitting there and you hear a bunch of noise outside the base and you look out the window and there's a T-Rex biting the fuck out of things, you tend to want to stay inside and cower. But I digress. Anyway, I'm not sure what I want to do today. I was thinking about going out there and cutting banks, but I don't know. My driveway's wide enough for my car. Nobody ever visits, so why the fuck bother going out and cutting banks? Doesn't seem legit. And we're going to be going into March soon. Like, we're already halfway through Feb. March is just around the corner. So, why care? You know, all this snow's going to melt. So, save on the fuels, save on the time. Don't bother cutting banks. That's what I'm probably going to do. So right now what I want to really do is test the changes I made to the ARC server and make fucking sure they worked. So I'll chime back in a bit. Well, I've gone ahead and made some changes on the server. Not sure if they're for the better or for the worse. I guess we'll find out. Oh god, good stretch right here. Good stretch. Honestly though, I have no idea what to do with myself today. I got nothing really going on. Had a friend on Facebook ask if anybody wanted to take her second ticket to go see the Tea Party tonight. Because they're in town performing at the Capitol Center. But I was too late on the draw. Somebody already snagged it up. That sucks. Saw the Tea Party live back in 2001 when they were at the college. And great concert. The only drawback is the sound system at the college is pretty garbage. It's not the sound system that's garbage, it's the bar that was there. It's just the way the building is designed. You get a lot of echo factor, and it was kind of annoying, so yeah. But the concert was great. They can fucking hammer. Oh, there you are. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me today, people. Yeah, I got the day off. No idea what the fuck to do. My Keurig's been acting weird lately, though. Didn't do it today, but yesterday I went to make a coffee. So, you know, you put your K-cup in, you close the lid, you press the button. Makes a bunch of stupid noises, sucking water out and heating it up and farting into the cup. Well, sucks the water out, heats it up, starts to spray and stops. So, I figured, well, okay, she's fucked. So I ran some vinegar through it, or not vinegar, sorry. I used to use vinegar, now I use the actual Keurig descaling stuff. Ran that through it. It's been okay for today, but I did this before, and the old red one I had, remember that old single serve that I had? It started doing that at work at Ontario, and the solution fix for that was replace it. Apparently it's common if you use those dollar store, the Walmart, not disposable, reusable K-Cups. The ones that you can fill up with any coffee and just use them. Apparently there's a problem with those and shit gets in the pin and the needle. But theoretically when you're running the descaler through it, it's supposed to go through and clean out that needle for you. So I'm not sure what the fuck's really going on. So I've been looking at alternatives. And I've been looking at this one called the Coffee Ninja. Because theoretically you don't need K-Cups. Like a pack of 12 K-Cups is about $6. That's 50 cents a fucking coffee. For $6 you can get a tin of Folgers or Maxwell House, which is just as good, and the Coffee Ninja can either make a full carafe or a just a cup, whatever you want, whatever you need. Also, it has other features like makes cappuccinos and espressos and all that shit, but I just like the idea that you can use regular coffee in it and you don't need no special filter. It just works. So I was looking at those until I saw the price and went, holy fuck. Like if I have to replace my Keurig, I'm not going to buy another Keurig. I'm going to buy one of those because they're about the same price as a Keurig. But I like to take my time before I make a purchase like that. But the Coffee Ninja, Coffee Ninja looks friggin' fantastic. Well, I think I'm going to go make something to eat. Maybe some popcorn chicken or something. Oreo, stop your fucking barking. Jesus, Murphy. He thinks that there's someone at the door, but there totally isn't, and he insists on barking his furry little tits off. Fucking dog. That's what he does. Would you shut your fucking face? Anyway, I bought a pillow sack here of popcorn chicken. Figure frigate. Let's make some. Yeah, I was debating today on going to the vape shop, not the one that I worked at, but another one here in town, and just seeing what it's like in there, because I really don't go to vape shops, because if I want something, I'll just order it online, because theoretically it's cheaper than a brick and mortar, and might as well take advantage of the cheap deals now before they're no longer available due to government regulations, because I have this undying feeling that over the next little bit, vape shops will no longer be a thing. I mean, vape websites will no longer be a thing. Because if they decide to regulate electronic cigarettes like cigarettes, well, when was the last time you ordered a pack of smokes off the internet at a cheaper price than normal? Probably never. You know, you can buy smoking paraphernalia off the internet, like those pipets, which are basically you would take a cigarette and stick it in the end of it, and that way there you don't have to actually touch the cigarette. You just hold on to a piece of plastic, or like water pipes or whatever it may be for smoking the tobaccos, probably other substances. But yeah, like as far as buying tobacco or cigarettes off the internet, there's never been a site for it. It's always been in store, right? And that's what the government wants to do with the e-darts. Because honestly, how can you age verify? You can't. I know what I can do. Something I wanted to do last week, but never did. It's going to involve this wire. This spool of 28 gauge. And my coil jig. Yeah. Let's make some Clapton wire. Or try this thing out. And see how it works. Alrighty, I think I got it set up right. Ignore the end, it looks like ass, but it's slowly going, so we'll just give her a bit more RPMs here. And we are making our own Clapton wire. Pretty fucking snazzy. This thing is the cat's meow. It was so easy to set up. Literally all I did was straighten the wire, put it in the chuck, attach my spool of 32 gauge, let her rip. It does the rest. Just fucking sit back and wait for it to be done. So sassy. And this thing here is actually moving on its own. You can sort of see that. Oop. So it'll just rip through and give it more rip'ems. Let it really go. You can see that this the thing holding the actual coil here, or the spool, is slowly moving. Oh fuck, we just screwed up. You see that? We got an overlap. We're gonna have another overlap. Fuck's sakes. Son of a bitch. So it was looking pretty good until the actual device got snagged up and then it started overlapping. I'm gonna try it again. So I'm just gonna let this go slow and actually make a strand. The reason why I'm not punching it is because I notice when you punch it, it overlaps. The thing with the problem is this end of the house kind of lifts up. So like my desk is not even right now. It's kind of fucking wonky. So this thing here is naturally wanting to gravitate towards the edge of the desk. Probably would be a brighter idea to actually do this here on the other side of the room where it's level. Yeah, this fucking house is dilapidated. But this thing's working. Like, those are some pretty tight wraps. I can't get a focus on it because you know how camcorders are. Fucking garbage. But those are some pretty tight Clapton wraps, so friggin' decent. Friggin' decent. Basically, I want to rebuild this thing here with dual 28 Claptons so that the resistance is a little bit higher, but the vapor production is still decent and flavors there. Because right now it's got 226 Claptons in it, and the problem is that just throttles the batteries, eh? Just throttles them. I just like to have a vape at about 0.4, 0.5. This thing here is sitting at 0.17, which is a lot low. You know, for vapors who understand that, you know what I'm talking about. Some people like those super low vapes with high wattage that give you tons of vapor. I prefer a cooler vape myself. That's how I roll. I do have to admit, that is a nice piece of Clapton wire. Hells yeah, this thing was a good investment if you like making your own coils. Nice. Alright, not my best coils. The wraps are fucking garbage, but I like to do loose wraps because I find when you do like a micro coil where you pinch them together and shit like Ripper Trippers does, you always burn out the center of your cotton. But she goes. She definitely goes. So right on. 0.56 ohms at 4.38 volts, giving her 29 watts. Pretty fucking good. Also, this is going to take a lot less stress on the battery, which means in the long run the batteries will last longer. And I already dripped juice on my freaking pants. Lovely jobbly. So it's about 6:30 at night and I'm getting kind of hungry. Gonna head up to the garage and barbecue up some pork chops. But I kept building coils afterwards, or wire anyway, with that device because it's freaking sweet. And I made this build on my Dark Horse dripper. Yeah, it's looking kind of grungy there. Ran a couple bottles through it. But she chooches. And I really like that coil, that Clapton maker. She works fucking good. Way too good. Basically, it comes with this little, well, two doodads, one for doing fuse 28 and one for doing fuse 26. And you run your wire into it, and it keeps them nice and paralleled while you Clapton them to make a fuse Clapton coil. So I figured, you know what, let's give that a rip. So I did some fuse Clapton 28, using 28 for the core, and then some 32 for the outer, for the wrappings. Made some coils out of it, threw them in the dripper, sitting at 0.22 ohms. She chucks pretty good. Allow me to demonstrate. Like, not too bad. Decent chooch. I dig it. Friggin' awesome. So I'm gonna cook these flash fried friggin' steak or pork chops on the barbecue. They're not gonna take long, that's for sure. So let's pitter patter. It's not showing through on the video that well, but people, that's driveway. That's gravel. Yes, the snow is slowly dissipating. It's currently +6°C outside. As you can see, taking on a bit of water. Not a big deal. I just hope it doesn't go over there and soak the bottom of the compressor box. I'm kind of hoping the compressor itself is currently sitting on the wheels, like it's actually built inside of that box. All I need to do is take the box off, and it's gonna be compressor and, well, apparently a spool with a hose on it. I'm hoping that's the case. That's all it is. That's in there. That I don't have to assemble anything, because that'd be super. But if the box gets wet, who cares, right? It's just a box. I bet you scampers would like that box. Oh my god, you could have so much fun in there. But these slim little bitches are cooking along nicely, so they're pretty much done now. I could probably shut her down and put them on the plate, go in the house and eat. Finally got around to fixing a problem I was having on my workstation there on the Dell Dimension. No, the Dell Precision T5500. See, when I installed that video card, I did a video card update to it, because one came out, and ever since then I was getting this error. MS some fucking nonsense .dll is crashing, and it was always whenever NVIDIA Web Helper would load. And I looked the error up online to see if there was a fix for it, and the fix is typical. Remove the driver and reinstall it. But we've been using that computer as a Minecraft server, a TeamSpeak server, and, well, the domain name hosting server. So I couldn't take it down, but now that we're using the other rig, the XPS 8300, to do a lot of the stuff for ARC, we haven't really been using the server. I finally got around today to popping the drivers and installing new drivers. So, seems to be working. Didn't get that error at boot, so right on, right on. I know there was a problem with NVIDIA. Their recent driver, a lot of the guys updated to it, and when they did, they couldn't play Minecraft anymore. Java did not like the new NVIDIA driver for some fucked up reason, so it is what it is. Alrighty, it's bon appetit time, so that means it's time to eat some food. Oh yeah! Anyway guys, we didn't stream tonight. It's almost well, it's after midnight now, but I'm calling her a night. I'm going to bed, so I'm shutting the vlog down here. We didn't stream tonight, didn't bother. Maybe tomorrow night, no promises. But on that note, people, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, and comment. And until next time, keep on vlogging.